Good morning, everyone. Today I'd like to talk about how to organize and prepare a speech. And there are really four basic steps to organizing and preparing a speech, and it's finding a thesis, research, organization, and content. The first most important step is finding a thesis, because this gives you a basis for your speech and allows you to move forward thoroughly throughout the speech. If you don't have a basis for the speech, you're going to end up wandering and positing different points which are really unconnected to the speech, and you will end up not being able to properly connect to your audience by the end of the speech, and they will not really grasp the point which you're trying to make. The second part, and the most fundamental and basic part for the speech, is finding research. It's very easy to cut out large amounts of information that you already have, but it's very difficult to add information which isn't really there. So therefore, it's extremely important to find information for the speech which you want to give. And this can take less than 20 seconds for each topic that you want to cover. All you have to do is go onto Google or go to the library and just type in a random set of words, and you can easily find information, a website, a book on the topic which you're trying to talk about, and you can easily find more information about the thing which you want to speak about. This helps you so much in your speech that it's worth it just to take the extra 20 seconds to go online and find some more information what you do. Personally, I like to find at least 3 more sources than I was told to find for the speech assignment when I'm trying to organize a speech. The next part is the organization, and this part may be underplayed slightly, but it's also extremely important as well. There are many different tips for ways to organize a speech, but the 3 ones which I like to use the most are moving out, moving in, and chronological. And I'll explain each one of them. Chronological is the most obvious one. You simply move in the order of your points in regards to time. So if you have a point which begins first, you start with that one and then you go on to the next one. For instance, in this speech, the first thing I talked about is making a thesis, because that's the first thing you will have to do in organizing speech. And then I talked about research, because that's the next thing you will have to do. The next point is moving out. And moving out and moving in are one of the most important, one of the easier ways to organize a speech, but they're extremely effective, both of them, and they contrast each other. Moving out is starting with the most direct point, starting with the most specific point, and then organizing your speech so each point gets broader and broader as the speech moves on. Moving in is starting with the broadest point and then organizing your speech so each point focuses in more on a topic as you move farther into your speech, and each method of speaking helps the audience understand your speech and understand the point you're trying to make, and it makes it easier for them to grasp the material which you're trying to give to them. Something I use personally to help organization when I'm giving speeches, if I'm having trouble organizing it, is I just make a graph. I take a page and I draw a line down the middle, and I put all the information which I have on the left side, and then I just simply transfer it to the right side based on how I want to organize it. And that helps you visualize exactly how you want to give the speech over. So for instance, I have all the information here on the left side, organization, content, research, in a random order, and I just put it onto the right side based on how I want to put it into my speech, starting with research, going into the organization, then moving on to content. The last part of organizing a speech is content, and this involves simply looking at how you've organized a speech, perhaps saying it once or twice in your mind in order to properly understand how you're going to put each part of the speech into effect, and then picking out words or other phrases which you want to use in specific parts of the speech for dramatic effect or powerful or emphasis on a certain point, so you don't end up saying for multiple parts of the speech or pausing for long parts of the speech. And this allows the audience to stay focused on your speech for the majority of the time which you want them to stay for the majority of your speech, and make sure that you stay connected with your audience so they don't lose focus throughout your speech. Hopefully this will prove very helpful and informative, and will help you guys organize speeches in the future.